Got it, Love.
Yes, sir.
Man.
Yes, sir.
I've been so excited for this EP. You know what I mean? I've been watching from the beginning. You know, Angel put it together, cooking up every beat, sending it over, man. Always like, you know, always blowing me away with the progress he's making with these beats. And I'm excited to hear the lyricism behind it because I haven't heard that yet.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
And so I just got a few questions for you, man.
Yeah.
About the EP mostly. And so let's just jump into it.
Come on.
You know what I'm saying?
Bring it.
So first question, what's the whole story behind this EP?
That's difficult. It's a little bit difficult, you know what I mean? If you take the EP like at face value, obviously you'll know it's like about a breakup, you know what I mean? And there's like certain songs, you know, dedicated like to a breakup, you know what I mean? But I feel like the whole EP as a whole also dedicates itself to more like broad point of views of different topics of love, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
About toxic relationships, talks about personally my own struggles as well, and things like abandonment, you know what I mean? How I deal with abandonment. So I feel like that's like the overall like subject, or at least like the goal that I had in mind writing the E when I was writing it and also producing it. So yeah, that's it for it.
Yeah, I know, man. That's good. I think, bro, love, any albums or music about love, bro, that stuff is timeless.
Yeah.
You know, all of us be going through relationships.
Yeah.
And yeah, I know it's been a long journey for you, like on this music career. I've only known you for about a little over a year, but you know, looking back at your catalog, you've been going at it since like 2017.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Professionally, yeah. Since then.
So like, why drop your first EP now? You know what I mean?
So I think back then it wasn't time yet. You know what I mean? I think back then when I tried to do it, a lot of things weren't in place for me to do the EP. Financially, it wasn't there. Lyrically, I wasn't there. I mean, I was just starting as a professional artist. Although, like, the drive was always there. You feel me? Like, I always, like, you know, wanted to just, like, drop an EP. But just, like, back then, it's just, like, nothing was set in place for me to drop one. I was still learning a lot as an artist, you know, still learning a lot about myself and who I am. I was even producing back then too, you know what I mean? So I feel like back then wasn't time yet. And then obviously 2020, COVID happened. You know, I decided to produce, you know what I mean, a lot more. So now that I get the chance to actually make my own beats, you know what I mean? I actually say, yo, like, why not? Why not doing the EP now? Like, it's the right time.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I know, like, you started producing over COVID, and yeah, we all had a lot of time of our hands, you know, to learn new skills, and yeah, to really see you pick up producing is pretty crazy.
Yes, sir.
If you can, like, explain a little bit of your process, you know, when you come thinking about an idea, you know, how do you get that idea from start to ready to you know, lay some bars on?
Yeah, so for me, my main approach is how I'm feeling, right? Depending on how I'm feeling, I approach my music. You know what I mean? One of the things I'm actually trying to learn right now is the keys. You know, trying to get better at you know, making chord progressions. You know, it's like the hardest thing for me. But I'm not gonna lie to you, I go to Splice. I used to loop here and there. You know what I mean? Pitch it up, pitch it down. That's usually how I start. And then I start building around it, like with instruments that I like, you know what I mean? So that's how the process goes. But initially, it starts off with it feeling, and then I try to lay it out, like in the drums, in the melodies, you know what I mean? Depending on how I'm feeling. That's usually how I approach my beats.
Yeah. I mean, some people, it takes them like so long to learn how to produce a beat, you know what I mean? It seems like it came pretty quick to you. Was there any challenges or anything you faced in the last year trying to learn how to produce? Or
so like, number one, at first it used to take me a while. It used to take me like 2 weeks to make one beat. And you know, there's nothing wrong with that. That's how people start. And number two, like, I've been blessed enough to pick it up really fast, you know what I mean? Because I listen to a lot of music, you know what I mean? There's like, I can't think of days where I take breaks away from listening to music.
Yeah, I feel that.
Yeah, so like, you pick it up, you know what I mean? As you keep listening to it, you pick up like different patterns, like, oh snap, they automated this on this song, you know what I mean? So you pick stuff up like that. One of my friends always told me, like, when he gave me a critique once when I was making music, and he said, "Yo, like, always listen to what's going on in the song. So describe the song, right? Even if it's like the most simplistic thing, like, oh snap, there's hi-hats, you know what I mean? Oh snap, there's a snare, there's a kick. Oh snap, there's reverb. Oh snap, there's delay, you know what I mean? So pay attention to that, and as you keep describing and searching for more and what's in the song, you're like you start training your ears to keep listening to it.
Yeah,
you know
you get that producer's ear, you know, and then, you know, I've even fallen to that. I mean, I don't really produce, but like I you know, I'm a musician, and sometimes I'll be listening to a song, and like I don't even listen to the lyrics, bro. First I'll be listening to, like, you know, what the drums are doing, or, you know, how's the bass interacting with the drums, you know, stuff like that. And so I get that, and you gotta start paying attention to it. That's all.
Well, as an artist, being an artist and be also like a producer, you get the best of both worlds between lyrics and production.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, man. So did this EP bring any healing or closure to you? Like,
so
I know it was about a relationship, and, you know, we don't got to go there, but like, was that the point of the EP, to try to get some healing or any
so
closure?
Here's the thing, because, you know, in the EP, you know what I mean, I received closure from this relationship years ago, you know what I mean, you know, and it just recently where I wanted to talk about it, because for the longest I never really wanted to talk about that, like, part of my life. You know, friends brought it up, you know what I mean, and I was like, avoided it.
Yeah,
you know what I mean, because I don't feel like it wasn't ready to be released. And now I feel like I was more ready to talk about that chapter in my life. Although, like, I achieved closure from it before, you know what I mean, I was willing to, like, write about it. And the only thing, like, I regret it's not like writing in the moment, you know, when I was feeling those things, because sometimes it doesn't have the same raw emotion. But yeah, I received closure from that, and, you know what I mean, June 29th, you know, we're ready to close that chapter, baby.
Yeah, that's gonna
you
be
know
the
what
day,
I mean?
bro.
So yeah, that's where we at.
Yeah. Do you think it brought, you know, writing about it and trying to work through your issue in that way, or working through the breakup, not an issue, but do you think it brought some clarity to any like deeper issues like you discovered in that time, or you know, how does writing help you work through that stuff?
Well, yeah. Well, for me, writing is more like therapy. You know what I mean? I wouldn't say like it brought me like much clarity from what I already know, but it felt good, like, putting it out there. You know what I mean? I respect this woman a lot, like, got much respect for her, you know what I mean? Never bash her and things of that, you know what I mean? So, like, but it felt like good, like, to write about it and just like to put it out there, because I'm an artist, bro. Like, I'm gonna talk about what I feel.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I'm gonna do it respectfully. But, you know, I say clarity was achieved when I received closure from it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, so obviously this EP is, you know, it's about a love story going wrong, or at least not going away the way you wanted it to.
Yeah.
Do you think you matured as a person, you know, on the other side?
Yeah. You mature so much, you know what I mean? You grow a lot, you know. You learn how to treat a woman better in a relationship, because, you know, the whole breakup, I was just seeing my shortcomings, you know what I mean? I was just seeing, how much I could have done, you know what I mean? Like, to make it work, I could have done better, you know what I mean? I could have been more present, I could have been more this, could have been more that, you know what I mean? Like, and that stuff, like I'll take into, like, my next relationship, and I'll be like, like, I'll know how to maneuver it a little bit better, but I have matured so much since then, bro. And if you hear the EP, you hear, like, the maturity within the lyrics.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
yeah, I'm excited, man. That's dope. Yeah, I think those days, especially, you know, after a breakup, you know, those days or weeks, you know, you're really just you're way hard on yourself. You know what I mean? I think that's normal. You know, trying to work through it, and you know, it's easy to blame yourself, you know, for or you know, try to work through your shortcomings. And I think as long as you come out the other side better, then you know, you're on the right track.
Yeah, appreciate it, man. Thank you.
So, is there anything we should expect from this album?
expect a lot of rawness. Pause. But expect expect a lot of raw emotion. You know what I mean? Expect a lot of just like me putting like myself out there. You know what I mean? Expect a lot of that. Expect a good production. You know what I mean? I'm very proud of this EP. You know, it's like my first like blueprint where everybody gets to witness like my sound and who I am as an artist. You know what I mean? Experience my lyricism, my storytelling. You know, that's like what you should expect on June 29th. I'm serious. And yeah, man, just basically an artist that put its you know, heart and soul into his project, and that, you know, he's proud of, and hopefully, you know, he wants somebody to relate to it. At least one person. If one person relates to it, I got my job done.
Yeah, no, man, I'm excited for June 29th, and you know, I'm proud of you for how far you've come as a producer, and but more importantly, I'm proud that you're able to you know, have the confidence to be raw. You know, because that's what this is all about. You know what I mean? You know, we gotta be out here, be raw. You know, share our emotions, and hopefully, you know, people can relate to it. And I think they will.
Appreciate that, man. Thank you. And you guys, man, just like, you know, another shout out, love. You know, just like I said, you know, thank you to everybody, like, you know, that's been supporting me on the journey, and just like, you know, it's been here from the jump, from the trenches. I'm just grateful for that. You know what I mean? Thank you for my friend like Nick, you know, taking the time out to like just interview and just like, you know, do this with me. You know what I mean? Since we're homies.
Yeah, so, man.
Appreciate you.
Yeah. So everybody, you know, we're excited for June 29th. We're gonna stream that. We're gonna pre-save it. We're gonna do everything that we gotta do. You know what I mean? And yeah.
Appreciate it, man. Thank you,
bro.
All right, man. Peace. Another shout out, love, man. Y'all listen to it June 29th. Peace and love.
Yeah, we close on the chapter, we finished, we gave us some closure.